And in other news, in what's being called the worst cyber attack to date on critical U.S. infrastructure, a vital pipeline carrying petrol to the Eastern U.S. was forced to shut down. It could affect not only motorists, but also major airports in the Eastern U.S.
U.S. government officials are working closely with a top U.S. fuel pipeline operator to help it recover from a ransomware cyber attack. The attack forced Colonial Pipeline to shut a critical fuel network supplying populous eastern states. The network carries petrol and other fuel from Texas to the Northeast. It delivers almost half of the fuel consumed on the East Coast. One petroleum expert says a 1 to 2 day outage is a minor inconvenience, but the shutdown continues.
Because Colonial delivers to these terminals every 5 days, one can see that on day 4 or 5 of a Colonial outage, that we could see a much greater widespread impact through large areas throughout the Mid-Atlantic and the Southeast.
The shutdown now stretches into its 4th day. It's not just petrol stations and motorists being potentially affected.
Another impact is that Colonial Pipeline is delivering jet fuel to airports such as Nashville or Atlanta Hartsfield, Raleigh-Durham, or Charlotte, where we have major airline hubs.
Atlanta's airport is one of the world's busiest. A ransomware attack means hackers typically lock up computer systems by paralyzing networks and then demand a large ransom to unscramble it. One cybersecurity expert says it has been a problem in the making.
Those production networks, those operations technologies, very little has been done in investment in security besides preventative measures. And once prevention fails, there's not a good ability to detect and respond to these things very quickly.
He expects the problem to get worse.
We're seeing a lot of digital transformation across every industrial company in the world. As those things transform, realize you're exposing yourself to new vulnerability, you're exposing yourself to new access for these adversaries. And these groups are realizing that by targeting industrial companies, they can get higher payouts.
2 people close to the investigation told U.S. media that a group known as DarkSide is among the suspects behind the attack. In response to the attack, the U.S. administration is loosening regulations for the transport of petroleum products on motorways to avoid disruptions in the fuel supply. The White House has also organized a federal task force to assess the impact and avoid more severe disruptions.